I need to re-sew this entire thing. I broke the sewing needle. Alright everyone, as you can see, I managed to successfully sew the back of the shirt after my last video. If you're new here, please subscribe to my channel to watch more awesome content and enjoy this video. So here's some old jeans material, and I'm going to be using this to help line the bottom so that it doesn't fray, and also to give it some extra, just some extra fabric, which I feel like would make me feel a bit more comfortable wearing this. So here I'm just marking the jeans material with purple marker to help guide me when I am cutting across. And I also pinned the fabric together to make it easier again for me to cut the right amount of fabric. Okay, so I have a lot of video of myself doing this part, like just cutting it out, but I find it pretty boring, so we're just gonna skip ahead a little bit. Okay, so never mind, I guess I'm gonna take a little bit longer than I thought. So these two pieces of fabric are going to be the ones used to make the sleeves longer. Here I was just trying to show that they were the same length. So now I'm cutting out the jeans material that I'm going to be using to line the bottom of the fabric. And I didn't film myself sewing that material on, but I have a picture of it, and there it is. And here's another picture of it. So there were some loose seams there, so now I'm going to sew it up, and you get to enjoy looking at how cute my nails look. And now I'm cutting out some more extra material. So at first I was going to sew the strap on without cutting it out. However, I realized after I sewed on the front parts that that was not going to work out, so I took out the seams and I decided to cut it out first. Alright, just sewed up this front part. Then I went on and sewed the straps onto the back of the shirt and tried to make them as even as possible. It actually started to fit me correctly, which was awesome since before I cut out the straps it wasn't fitting me right and it just wasn't working. I also sewed up the back a little bit tighter so that the shirt would fit me better. When I was planning to use this entire thing for the shoulder, like use this part as the strap and the rest of it for the shoulder, I was like, okay, I have some extra fabric. I found some jeans material and I decided to line it with the jeans material to make it thicker. However, when I was putting it on, I found that there was no way of putting it on to where the strap would stay on, as well as another issue where this entire jeans part just looked very bulky and just really awful. So, by the way, this part is kind of just torn because like I didn't have enough material here, so I just added bits of fabric until I finished it. It wasn't going to be a huge deal since it was going to be kind of under in the back anyway. So the plan now is actually I'm going to cut this down here. And I'm going to use this part on the shoulder. I'll show it, of course. And I think I might even try to use a bit of this fabric on here or use this entire fabric on here because this is a little not nice. So for this one, I'm actually going to take a piece of fabric. I'm going to line it down here. I'm going to sew those together. And then I'm going to cut it off over here and put it on to the straps that I have now. Alright, so I sewed this on, so that's what it looks like so far. And now I'm going to cut this part off and I'm going to I think I'm going to try to see if this is enough to help extend this sleeve a little bit more, and then I want to attach it onto the straps, hopefully. I don't really feel like filming cutting this part off just because that takes a lot of effort for me to find something to just put the camera on. I'm a little nervous for this because, you know, straps and sleeves are like the tricky part because you want to make sure that both sleeves and both straps are even. And anyways, like I was just looking at this and I was looking at this and I was comparing their lengths. Oh, sorry, that's not what I meant. And I was comparing the lengths of these two. This one is slightly longer. Over here you can kind of see it. So hopefully that's not too much of a problem. But anyways, I think I'm going to try cutting out these ruffles and also adding them along here to make the sleeve even longer. Okay, so it looks like I might be able to pull off putting the ruffles on here. So I'm going to sew that together. Then I'm going to take the other sleeve. I'm going to try to do the same thing. So it looks like I can, possibly pull off doing the ruffles on the bottom. I'm going to try to put them on this one, and then hopefully I'm going to do it with the other sleeve. And then hopefully finally just sew this together and hope for the best. So this strap on its own is not enough, so I'm going to try and attach this part to it. Maybe that will help a little bit. Oh, I just hope it works out. Okay, so after sewing this on, I looked at it and it actually is long enough to attach to the strap of my shirt. So that's pretty good. So hopefully we'll be able to save this shirt. Alright, so I just sewed on this part of the strap here. On here, I think I might show how I did that with the next one. I was just in a hurry and I just wanted to put it together. So there's that. I added a little bit of length here. And we have this. So that's good. So here I show the final piece of fabric that I sewed on to make the sleeve long enough. Unfortunately, I don't have any footage of myself sewing this sleeve on. It was just a little tricky and time consuming, and I just didn't feel like taking the camera and trying to film it at the same time. However, it did work out and I did get it done, and I do have a picture of the final result. Alright, this concludes this video. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye!